2021, we've fallen 85% in XRP. That's the truth. You're going to have rallies. Just it is what it is. In the last, since May of this year, right after Mother's Day approximately, we've gone down, 37% still. We were down 50% just from May. But if you look at the volume tells you all you need to know. Does that look like people are rushing in? Does that look like a whole bunch of institutions all of a sudden said, holy shit, let me buy all this? No, it says the opposite. For how cheap everything is and how on sale, why isn't there more? This volume should be exploding. And I am so bullish long-term on XRP, it would make your head spin in circles and fucking run laps around your body. I'm telling you right now, I'm the most bullish person you'll ever meet when it comes to XRP, XLM, XDC, and the ISO coins, especially. But I don't have to speak it every single day when it's bearish. I have talked about excitement the last week and a half. For God's sake, I've been talking about how we might have this pump to 40 cents with XRP for the better part of a month now. You guys should be getting sick of it. But it's been out there. But I don't choose to put all my money in. I leverage trade in these moments. Because I don't want to put my whole portfolio at risk. Because it's not... My whole thing is I'm not trying to buy a whole bunch of shit. Because all the stuff that I just told you I had, I'm not selling it. If it goes down below it, great. But I'm not selling it. That's considered a long hold to me. Just because it's up 30, 40% right now doesn't mean I'm selling it. That is in my bag. I'm not paying taxes on it until I make a shitload of money. If I sell it now, I got to pay taxes on that 40% gain. I'm not doing that. For what, $300? Not no more. The XRP Future Millionaire is not a dope. And I'll go down with the ship. From here, we're down 85% when I bought it. 90%. That's a lot different than 85, 90% ago, guys. But I don't think it's done by a long shot. No. But I still have said we might hit this target up here. It's possible. It's up there for a reason. When you see the red lines, fear the red lines. Also, all of these are in play. It's just... It took the painful route because, look, it hasn't even done anything yet. Look, bearish continuation, right? Support, resistance, support. Coming up to confirm the pattern right here. Resistance, right? Support. Unless it does this and rides through. That's all it's doing. That's why we created the ascending triangle within the bear flag. That's it. That's why we created this while this pattern was started, and we created this as well. Because it's two different patterns, but basically working amongst the same function. Once it breaks that uptrend, this comes back down to here. Unless it breaks outside of here, you can't continue up to here, and then it's got to break that and bounce on top. There's a lot that has to happen, but I would love, like I said, don't be afraid to make money when you're liquidated and you want to put a little bit in there because you're afraid it's going to go way up. Or you want to study the market. There's no shame. And even though it's not your long hold position, testing buying the bottom. So what, you lose a few dollars? Big fucking deal. I've lost a lot of money trying to learn how to do this. But now I know what I'm doing. I understand the market. But without putting your money out there, you can watch everybody you want. You can watch anything you want. But until you do it yourself, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Yeah, and this is definitely a W formation, but even on a bearish W, this has a chance to come up higher. But I'm saying, I thought this pattern would come up to here minimum when we've been talking, but 40 cents was on the table. It doesn't have to come up here. I'm just saying up here would make sense. And that is a bearish W. I think this is a bearish formation, a bearish continuation pattern that got excited. The volume didn't get excited. The volume looks like hell. The volume didn't pick up. We have had nothing in the daily to suggest, oh my God, look at how shitty the volume is. What here changed? Nothing. YouTube fluff changed. Remember, when they all get bullish, you might want to look the other way. When they were all bearish, I was telling you we were going up to almost 40 cents in XRP. When they were all bearish, I said Bitcoin was going to 22,800. It's gone a little bit higher than that. And we had multiple targets, but I said that 22,945, I'm sorry, is the pivot point. Is it not acting as that as a pivot point? That's when everybody was bearish. we've been talking about this. But you got to watch every single day. I do this for a reason, for market structure and setup. And then you go to my YouTube channel, which if you're new, is in the Twitch homepage, my Twitch homepage. Click on the YouTube partnered link and join the almost 12,000 subscribers on YouTube that I've gotten in about 18 months. There's a reason why so many have joined and stick around and follow. And now I started here a few months ago, and we have almost 500 followers here on Twitch, which is tremendous because we're in a bear market. It's hard for anybody to watch. The fact that we even get anybody to watch here is incredible. And when the Fed, just like he said, the next Fed announcement, if we're doing what I am predicting, 100 basis point rate hike, do you guys know what? That's a 1 point rate hike. That's a whole percentage point rate hike. That's incredible. So when they do that, you better believe the U.S. dollar is going to be inflated and capitulation is going to set, and we've talked about this a lot. You're getting a relief rally because the dollar had to come back to reality, ladies and gentlemen. What do we always say? It's got to retest things, right? That's the ascending triangle. It had an overzealous breakout, but what does it always do? It always backtests the broken ascending triangle. And then you know whether it's bullish or bearish. If it breaks back in here and can't hold these two support levels, it's bearish. It's going to be bearish. You're going to fill this out. If it holds this, now you might bounce around here until you pop out. I think we're going to capitulate all the way up, oh yes, to $120.23, because then it makes our note look good to the rest of the world as the euro and as the ruble and the yuan and all these other currencies, the Canadian shit and all this other stuff, the peso, all this stuff looks like hell. The U.S. dollar looks like a safe hedge. It looks better than gold, as some would say. But it's a false gravata. When people should be investing in the God's money, gold and silver, they're putting their money in these useless notes. And once it comes up here and has a capitulation event, this is, right now, this pump, when inflation's like it is, it's showing you the end of the U.S. dollar. And the U.S. dollar is no longer going to be the world reserve currency. This is the end of our life cycle. So you better make plans before this finishes off. This is like Hangman. If you fuck up your portfolios now, it's over. You do not get a second chance. And I've tried my damnedest over the last 18 months, for free, might I add, on YouTube, to get people in the same mindset I am. Liquidate 9-10 months ago, period. When we were at the tops, to liquidate so you have money left. Use your profits that you made watching me, which we made 425% or more on XRP in the first 4 months I was on YouTube, not even 2 months. We took that money and bought precious metals at every level, every fucking level. And I've been doing that for years, almost 4 or 5 years now. I just bought my last purchase of silver, 25 ounces, a couple days ago. Why? Because I promised you once gold and silver, the ratio went 90 to 1 or more, I would buy more. It was at 93 to 1 and I could no longer look the other way. Bought 25 ounces of silver. $600, $700 purchase. Nothing to break the bank, but it's continuous purchase like that. Month after month after month, year after year after year. And then all of a sudden, you start looking at what you've acquired, and yeah, you're not going to keep it in your house. It's just, that's the bottom line. You got to figure out a better place. So, I always tell people I have a secret bunker buried somewhere, but I'm never going to disclose the information. But it's true, I might need to get a metal detector. No, I'm kidding. I know where it's at. But I'm just saying, you have to play it safe. Sure, you can I keep some at home. Not a lot, but I keep some that can get me by in a time of need. I have a bug out bag that you better believe has some precious metals in there, some food, some goodies that can get me through, some first aid, some stuff that can start fires, and all this other shit that I have just in case. Oh, pickaxes and all this shit. I'm a crazy motherfucker. Water filtrations and all this other stuff. I buy my silver on Jam Bullion. So, you've got to have a plan, though. This isn't going to be easy for everybody. And yes, I'm being real. This is real. And if you can't deal with it, well, I can't help that. But you've come to Real Central. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I know it needs to be done, and I'm not going to not do it just because everybody else looks the other way. Remember, when everybody's saying one thing, go to the dumb fuck, or the guy who's standing out there that looks like a complete dummy, who looks like a moron, like I have looked the last 18 months, but not no more, follow that person. They might be screaming from the rooftops like I was because they might know a thing or two. I was so far ahead of this. Why? Because I started my foundation years ago around Mike Maloney, Robert Kiyosaki, Peter Schiff especially. You got Jordan Peterson, you know, that helps bring the emotions together. You've got Joe Rogan, if you actually listen to him, he's one of the best people to listen to when it comes to talking and leading a conversation and actually letting somebody talk. He's probably one of the most underrated podcast hosts, influencers of all times. The way he can talk to people is unbelievable. But you have to start somewhere, everybody. You can't just come in and think you're going to get rich. Everybody who watches me wants to be where I'm at now. I'm not even rich. I'm not even rich. Let's break the fucking news. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a penny-aire or a broke-aire anymore. But years ago, and it's only been about 5 years now, but as the days go on, the years get farther apart where you kind of look back and you're like, holy shit, how have I done all this in this amount of time now? But I literally went from piss poor. I tell the story all the time. I'm going to tell it again for the newbies. In 2018, I had nothing. Nothing. Me and Julie met. We moved in together in 2014. I broke my back when I was 23. I'm 38 now. But it was a struggle trying to figure things out and all this other shit. But we had nothing in 2018. We lived in a trailer that I ended up getting rid of for $1,000. $1,000. Yes, it had 1,500 square feet, but literally Julie fell through the laundry room floor with her foot when she was pregnant. You know, to pay bills, sometimes we had to go negative. And we had no money. No money. No credit cards because we had poor credit. My credit was under 500. You know, I don't even know how we survived, to be honest with you. There were many of days when I was digging cable lines when it came to I can put gas in my car to finish this shift or I can eat lunch, which I haven't ate breakfast. I probably won't eat until I get back home. And that's exactly what happened every day. So it sucked. But you need to teach yourself something. Whatever you like to do, what my biggest advice I always give is even though I was doing that, what I told myself every day with every moment I had was I had to figure out how to start doing social media to where I could talk to people and get my viewpoints out there. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I started playing a game called COD Mobile, and this is the fucking truth. And I was good at it. I was ranked in the top 10 in the world for one point, which is insane. I was the #1 streamer on Twitch. I was streaming from my phone, a COD Mobile game. You know, I'm like 35 years old, and I'm just the best. Nobody ever seen anybody's. I don't even know why it was so good. But they were all maps from when I was, you know, younger and Black Ops and all that. So I already knew the maps when it came out. So I used that knowledge that I used, and then I started teaching myself the charts. Stop gaming because I said this is a dead end. I don't want to do this. I taught myself the charts with that experience, and I started watching YouTube verbatimly. Every moron that I watched on YouTube gave me the power to even want to learn more and more. And then I found a way to buy XRP finally in 2021. That's all I wanted to do. And then all the people, XRP to the moon, XRP, $25,000 next week. You know, all this stuff I always heard, XRP, can't miss it. I legitimately thought for a while XRP was the only game in town with what I was watching on YouTube. Then I come to find out about Algorand and IOTA and XLM and XDC and my mind fucking blew. DGB and all the rest, Theta. And I said, I can do this better. I love XRP and it's my #1, but it's not the only shebang. There's a lot more to this story, which is the ISO story. So I said, I can do this better than the people on YouTube, and I'm going to prove it. I started out with a 35-minute video that I don't even sound like I do now. I came out, I sounded like I was in the fucking CIA. I swear the first line I said was, you can simply refer to me as T-Speaker 222. What I'm going to tell you today, and I remember it verbatimly.
25 minutes.
Okay. Thank you, Julie.
265.
Sounds good. And that's how I started it. And I went from digging cable lines to gaining an understanding of the charts within a 2-year period to then going on YouTube. No promotions. Nobody helped me. I just started putting updates and people started following. And yes, I acknowledge that by the grace of God, when I came out and did that video, XRP was at 42 cents when I had an average at that time, and people watched me from my 7,200 with an average of 70 or 47 cents. Watch that price go from 3,500 on my Uphold over 18,000 in like a month and a half. I acknowledge that that certainly helped my credibility in the beginning. And also the fact I didn't sell it at each point, and I kept saying, buy more, buy more. And I bought it in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, and I got down on my knees and begged for it to come back down to these levels. And guess what, guys? I got my wish. So when everybody asks me why I'm so happy, XRP sub 40, what do you mean why am I happy? Everybody who thinks they missed out, now punch yourself in the face. Because it's not at $1.50, it's not at $1, and even if you had to, by God, settle now and buy it at 37 cents, cry me a fucking river, because right now, 10,000 shares of XRP is $3,700. Back then it was $16,000. Thank me now. Thank me you're not paying $16 motherfucking $1,000 and you have a chance to pay $3,700. Get on your knees and thank XRP. Thank your lucky stars. That's a huge fucking difference. So what? You have to pay $800 more on 10,000 shares? Go fuck yourself if you're bitching about that. I'm being straight up. Because a lot of you sitting in here, and a lot of people that are going to be watching this, and this is mostly targeted at my YouTube audience, when you watch this, most of you wanted it sub 50 cents. Right? So that's what we're going to get. And you can still get it. And you're going to get it cheaper. But you also have these moments of reckoning. Oh no, this wasn't a rant. We started from the bottom and we came to the top. And when you share the story, you got to tell it all, emotion included. You know, there was a long, hard struggle where I was called a piece of shit many, many times, and a lot of people left and came back. Why? Because I'm the best. I know that. Like LeBron said when he was down 3-1 to Cleveland or Golden State, he won Game 5, and they said, LeBron, you didn't look worried out there. What happened? He said, I'm the best player in the world. That's all you need to know. I'm the best person who reads the charts, who can portray this in the way, and who understands the monetary policy when it comes to not just crypto, not just the Dow, not just the stock markets, not just commodities, not just oils, or all of the stuff that comes with it, not just the DXY, and not just the ratios and all that. I know the entire market. Entire market. So the ones who stayed are doing phenomenal. The ones who left and thought I was trying to show up or, you know, trying to act like I'm something I'm not, you guys missed out. And some of you guys came back. Some of you guys never left. Some are still yet to return, but will. I know I'm the best at what I do, and that's all I need to know. As long as I believe that, it doesn't really matter what anybody else says. Holy smokes, what did I miss? Julie, look at this. What did I miss? I guess I ran it for a little bit, but look what people sent. Let's see. Markham! Thank you for the 100 bits. Lanham, thanks you for the 55 bits. Whitey, thank you for the 10 community gift subs. Holy smokes. CW, welcome in. Farkan, thank you very much. I thought that was excellent advice as well. I do, and I appreciate seeing you in here, Kenny. Kenny's one that has been here since the beginning. He comes on and off in spurts because he's a busy man, but he's never left the pack, and I do admire that and appreciate it. One of the ones from way back machine, so I had to get some more water. So, let's see. Whitey, thank you so much for the 10 community gift subs. A hype train was started as well. Let's see who got the gift subs, and we're going to go back to the charts. Yeah, Whitey, you came in. But, you know, sometimes I got to do it, and I think YouTube really needs to hear this tonight. And I'm going to target that area when I upload it on YouTube. So, the gifted subs go to Farkan. Oh, nice. Kenny deserves it. Jurgen gets it. Lanham, Sean Crothers, Matt. Wow. Look at these gift subs. This is absolutely everybody who's always here. Kenny, Jurgen, Lanham, Sean Crothers, Matt Packa, Blue Green 222, Taylor May 589, Anthony Carter 98, Token Jesus, About J Ride. Congratulations, you 10 got the community gift subs. That's incredible, and that's 38 or 36 gift subs now. Holy smokes. I just want XLM at sub 333, am I? You are still in time, Pizza Bread. No, Sean, many didn't leave. Many never left. Many never left. What the hell? About J-Ride with 200 bits. Pizza Breath gives out 10 community gift subs. What the? I better yell at myself. I better get passionate more often. Is this what it's going to take to pay the bills? No. I'm kidding. Thank you guys very much. So, what did Sean say? Yeah, some never left. Very true. Very true. No, Jerry, you've been here for only since January, but you've learned so much in the last 7 months. Almost 8. Pizza Breath giving out 10 community gift subs. Here we go again. 68 total now. Let's see who gets these. Look at these. Hey, Julie, you got a community gift sub. Pizza. I just got 20 gift subs from 2 different people. 10 and 10. Pizza Breath donated to Alex, Pitt, Omar, Steven, Burley, McCarson, or however, 1, 2, 3. Juju Fish gets a community gift sub. She's right here. Yeah, that's from Pizza Breath.
Thank you.
Jamie 11 Her, Navindai, Joe Pernar, Carter Motorsports, excellent ones who are getting this as well. And Prom Night Handy, all a great bunch. That is awesome. Holy schmagolies. Yes, me too, Kenny, me too. Ooh, very nice. That's what I like to hear, Kenny. Thank you, Whitey. I really appreciate that. Awesome. Does that let me use Telegram? Token Jesus, strutregalia@gmail.com. You've been a part of this community since the beginning. But no, this has nothing to do with the Telegram, but you are supposed to be in there already. You're one of the honorary members that I gave out in the beginning, but you must not have seen it. Because you were part of my class, remember? So you have lifetime status in there. You were paying for my classes. Yeah, on YouTube. Okay, guys, I get this all the time. So, on YouTube, on my channel. But anybody who's in here, because we're giving out these community gift subs and whatever. So, when you go to my YouTube channel and my community, my memberships, when you hit join, you get perks. Well, when you join, one of the membership perks is I created a Telegram for everybody who believed in me, because I don't charge any money for my information. But people wanted to donate, and I started a thing, $9.99 a month on YouTube, join Tom's Army, and at first it was for nothing. We had 100 and something people. Now we have 231, even though it says 258 in here. We might have got a few more members, but some people haven't been A1, so I might have to go through and eliminate some people. But that's okay. That's what happens in a big group. So I created this, and we've got so many people that share the charts. It's not just me, but it's everybody that you could ever need in here. And it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. It's a community of people who love XRP, that love the ISO, that like crypto and understand it. But look at these charts. Not from me. Not from me. But this one's from, is this Electro Nick? Whoops. This was Electro Nick, and look what he's drawn out. This is what we were talking about, is this W reversal. This is a bearish one as well. And then he's got the resistance points on the part up here, right? The levels. So 46, 44, 42, 40. But these are the levels that he anticipates resistances at. So if you're in the Telegram, you can simply look at this on top of what I'm saying. And this validates what we've been talking about. We should be able to have a pump up here. What the hell is going on? Whitey gives out what is going on here? Level 5. We completed at a level 5, 30 gift subs and 400. Holy shit. Holy shit. But yeah, that was something I did on YouTube, but I didn't expect anybody to subscribe on Twitch, so I never really started anything. I never had anything, and then I didn't even realize in the beginning people could gift out subs, so it creates a weird element. So the only way to keep it in line is it's my YouTube thing. But, holy moly. Kenny, we'll go over that in a sec. Let me just thank Whitey and Lanem, because this is an unbelievable gesture that you guys have sent me tonight. Holy smokes. Like, I do it every night. I don't really get a lot of donations from day to day. But some nights like this just make up for it. It's unfucking believable. No problem, Token Jesus. You know my email still, I assume. Whitey, 5-tier gift 1 subs. You have 41 now. Oh my God. Jam 8717. Gambling and Gaming. J Jordan 17. Click KR. Mario MM33. You all got the community gift subs. That's incredible. New on this, but I follow on YouTube for over 6 months. Talk about you on the XR. Hey, thank you so much, Tanya. I really appreciate that. Mr. Carter, no problem. You joined a great night. I mean, I don't usually get showered with stuff like this. I have gotten showered in the past like this, but it's been a minute. So whenever this happens, it always humbles. It's humbling. Lanham, thanks for the 5 tier 1 gift subs. That's 5 total in the channel now. You are a generous son of a bitch. Most people wouldn't even do 1, and you've done 5. That's incredible. Asmac, thank you. You now got the gifted sub. Hairs with the gifted sub. Joe88, Jack Ribs, and David Twitch Schmidt with the tier 1 gifted sub. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Pizza broth. We have not. That was a 25-minute explosion there. Ooh. Yes. XRP's getting back within the zone where we might be able to get back in this long. So, Bitcoin, 32K. It's possible. What I'd be looking at first, as I said when we first started this, let's see if we either hold the 22,940 would be your first area that we need to come down and test. I mean, that's my number I made up a while ago before this push up. But it's a reasonable number, and there's a reason for it. I think that this is your pivot level. This is my pivot point. If you stay above this and hold that support, you're very bullish up to about 25K minimum. If it comes down through here, you got to come to 22,000 level, approximately 22,100. If it holds that, then you can bounce between here and then possibly come back through. And then if it comes through here, it's 21,677. Then you might fill this out. If it comes through here, then you start talking trouble back down to 19,350, and we'll continue from there later. But now, if you get on top of here, Kenny, which is possible, the top of this pattern is up all the way at 29K. Now, the entire pattern goes out farther if you really want to do this. But there's many ways you can look at this. You can either look at it like this to get you out to where you're talking about, because that was your drop point, came back up, and then you just collapsed from there after the M reversal. So that, if you broke up on top of here, could absolutely get you up here, but I would be looking at around here. I think the 200-day, I even think this is a little bit, maybe a little bit too unrealistic. I think the more realistic way of looking at this would be to come from here, skim the top here, and kind of pull through like this. I think something like that. Let me get it. It's a little higher. I like to skim the top of the wicks to come up. So maybe something like that. Whoops. Where the heck did I pull that from? That's okay. I'll remake it when I see where. Oh. That made it itself anyhow. So, I mean, maybe Bitcoin plays this trend all the way like this. Maybe something more like that. But me personally, I would think that this area right here, I'm getting rid of this until it actually comes through there. I still think that the top end potential here, this might end up playing out. This is your ascending triangle we created after we fell through the second bear flag on the breakout. This would be where I would be targeting at first, 25K area. But up here, 26K is not the top end. Whoever's saying that is wrong. No, 26K, there's a resistance there, but that's not relevant resistance. If you get on top of 25K, I find it hard to believe that you're not going to come all the way to 29 or 28.8 and fill out the pattern. Or 28.4. I don't believe that 26K is an overriding resistance in this pattern. Unless it comes up to here, it absolutely could be, but not in the formation it's at. Unless it's filling this out for several days, and they're calling this pattern right here. Yeah, okay. 26.3, 20. It just depends where you hit this uptrend. But that's not an overwhelming resistance. That's just the pattern of the ascending triangle. That's a floating resistance. That's not a steadfast resistance. A steadfast resistance is 22,945 pivot point. That doesn't move. This is a moving uptrending resistance. That's not a good pivot point. You can't have a pivot on a resistance that's moving. Just to clarify, in my opinion. But 26K could be a resistance point depending on where it hits this uptrend of resistance. But if it hits it here, it's one thing, and if it hits it here, it's another thing. This is a resistance that can't move. So I think 28,000 area, you know, but it's still downtrending. It's just, where are we going to say it's going to hit? To me, you come see this old support, and this would give you the logical areas here, Kenny. So if you float this across, that was an old support level, now it's resistance. This could get you to this level. This is where it all starts to meet if you actually play. Oh, son of a bitch. Why would it do that? That's actually better anyhow. Even though I overextended it to the back, everybody's going to be like, what the hell? Why is he doing it from there? But see, they're all going to, if you start floating this out, watch what's going to happen. I love when this happens. I really do. I probably already messed that up. You can start to figure out in these patterns. So, where's this all pointing to? If we do play this out true, where's it all go? They all start to align somewhere if you start to play them out. They're all pointing to this general area. So, Kenny, is it possible since they're all pointing up? Yeah, it's possible. It's absolutely possible. Is it going to get there? That's another question. I think it's more likely to come up here. I like to take it in stages, right? I like stages. Because then at every level, that's why I like leverage trading when I'm not long holding. Because at every level, I can get in, get out, get in and out. This needs to hold this desperately. And if it does, we're good. I still think it comes down a little bit more. Because if this wants to form something, it's got to come down farther. It's going to have to hold this. It's getting to an interesting point. What do you guys think? Tanya, thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub. That's incredible. Your first gifted sub. Aren't you generous? Like, holy crap. Thank you, Tanya, so much, love. That means a lot to me. First time. That's incredible. Oh, Maletti, 2 gets the gifted sub. Aren't you very lucky tonight? Thank Tanya. That's very generous. Pizza Broth. All things considered, when you say that market is doing what one would have expected, we made new lows and we're retesting predictable levels, people are saying, yes, absolutely, Pizza Broth. There was no way XLM was going to hit that. No, it wasn't. That's why I bought some begrudgingly, because I felt like we could have a bounce back, and that's unfortunately what happened. I didn't buy what I wanted the entire amount, not even close, but I did buy some, like 12% worth. But XLM, you know, it's on this descending triangle. It's come up right to the top of the pattern now. So what are we going to do? That's the question. If you're going long, first things first, you want to wait for this ascending triangle to break out and retest. And right now we could be trying to do this, but we don't want to be on the bottom side. We want to break up and then start doing that. That's what we would really like. So right now it's using it as resistance, and that could be a problem. Because that's the end of the pattern. If we use it as resistance, it comes down. But right now, we continue to ride this 20-day support, and until we break that, when you ride the 20-day in an up fashion, that's when it becomes parabolic to a sense. And how you can get these 15, 20, 25% moves in a day or two, or 40% over 3 weeks. But I want to look at XLM real quick. So, in the shorter time periods, what you really need to look at,